Hey, saludos mi gente. Today I wanted to make a quick video today about my routine studying Spanish. Um, not sure how other people like to go about learning a new language. My belief is that some people like to hire a teacher or try to use an app, but this is a way for me that helped me learn a lot quicker. I've learned the words, the sentences, the phrases, and speaking and writing it. So let's get started with the video. So just want to mention that in my routine, there's no specific, oh, I have to start here with reading, then writing, then listening to music. It could be any part of the day that you can use this as material to learn Spanish, and there's no specific organized way of doing it. But just to start out, number one, try to read stuff in Spanish. Textbooks, learning books, Spanish for Dummies. It doesn't have to be any type of specific book, as long as like it's teaching you the basic vocabulary words, phrases, and sentences. For me, I just try to read one chapter a day. Right now I'm on Unidad 22. Ooh, see, right here. And from this book, it shows from like the basics to all the way at the end to the most advanced Spanish. I'm reading this book for like over a year or two, and I got so used to it that I just been starting to read chapters 20 to 30 to get a refresher of the more advanced words, and they have a lot of vocabulary. Usually like to read it around like for like 15 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be every day, it could be every week, you know. Put like a little like schedule in your head to say, oh, I want to read my book this morning before the work, or you want to read the book right before bed, or maybe you want to read it before dinner, you know. But just seeing those words and visualizing it, it gives you more of a sense of like, oh, this is familiar. Just want to do a quick note. When I started doing this journey of fluency, I wanted to make Spanish a part of my life each and every day. So basically, this was part of it. Reading and writing was part of it, and that's what I wanted to mention. Number two is writing in Spanish. I know I put my name Spanish. I usually just try to write like every word that I remember in Espanol to talk about my day. Nothing in English, solamente en Espanol. It helps me get like that familiarity of like, okay, like I remember this word because like I wrote it down. I wrote it during one of those days I went out and I wrote about my day. It's kind of like a diary. So I recommend doing that as like a second part of my routine. So read, very important. Get familiar with the words, what they look like, what you visualize, and write. This is pretty much like simple stuff that you learn in elementary school when we first like learned like English and stuff. When I was going like to elementary school, I would just like learn about like writing new words like cat, fat, hat, like stupid stuff like that. You got to start from the basics and it's okay. And what else I was gonna say? Totally forgot. Just lost my train of thought. But anyway, you just gotta start somewhere, and then you just gotta keep pushing it each and every day. It's not like you're gonna do this for one day and then you'd be like, oh shit, I'm fluent in Spanish. I promise you, go to like a Spanish tienda or something like that, and someone's gonna talk to you, and you're gonna be like, what? Like, you gotta practice each and every day. If you have a Latin friend, Latina friend, talk to them if they are fluent in Spanish and see where you can, pick up some words, pick up from the conversation, get more fluent as well. I guess that would be like a third step in my routine, trying to like talk to someone in Spanish. There, like I said, there's no particular organized order, but it helps out a long way. Another part of my routine is that I like to learn from a lot of like Spanish music. I stopped listening to like regular music and I just went all full Latino music. So I just listened to a lot of Bad Bunny, Anuel, J Balvin, Fade, a lot of different artists, Becky G, where like I just pick up the words from listening to the same song all the time. Like right before I go to work, listen to music. After work, listen to music. Going to the gym all day, Latino music, reggaeton. So a lot of people actually do learn from just listening to music all the time, and movies too. I just want to mention that's probably part 5 of the routine is to watch videos, watch movies, TV shows in Espanol. Like, if you're a fan of Breaking Bad, this is just an example. They have a Latino version of it. I don't know where it started from, somewhere in South America, but it's all like Latino episodes where like it's all in Spanish and stuff like that. I want to mention in the videos that I subscribe to a lot of Latino YouTubers where they are teaching Spanish, or they're trying to teach you the Boricuan accent. And there's other ones that are just like adventure vlog people. They're like Puerto Ricans, or like there's artists from Spain as well. There's an interviewer from Argentina, goes around the world, and you learn like different types of accents around the world. The internet is right in your hands, and it's so much easier to understand another language. You just got to put in the effort and the work each and every day. You can hire a teacher and go on with like Rosetta Stone or try to do an app, but I feel like it's just a harder commitment because you have to pay with your pocket. And a lot of people just like, they do it for 1 month and they're just like, oh, it's too much money, I can't, I gotta pay all the bills, and they just quit and they forget about it. That's why for me, it's important with this routine, just try to put it in your everyday life where like, okay, I'm listening to Daddy Yankee at the gym, you know, I'm listening to Nicky Jam and like the afternoon or something like that. I'm going to the beach, you know, I'm playing his music. If you, like for me, I have a Spanish or like no, a language translation app for music, and it would tell me the exact lyric in English from Spanish, and I did that for a while, and I was able to understand what they're saying in the song. So over time, I was able to be like, okay, I could pick up this in conversation, pick up that. Spanish is not like a race, it's a marathon. You gotta like build your way into like understanding more and more and more, and then building conversation as well. That's why it's great to practice with a friend that is like, okay, they're Latino and they just know like, oh, okay, this is what you're saying. They're gonna teach you some like, you know, stuff they know, and then you could pick up from there as well. But my biggest recommendation that worked for me is like, just make it a part of your life. Like, you made it a part of your life every day, like not just English, you're gonna be so familiar with it. I even text people in Spanish. I text some friends in like Spanish as well, where like I understand the conversation more and more. And it's okay to be like, oh, I don't understand this. Use the translation app, you know, write it down, practice with it, you know. Then you can understand next time, like, oh, yo entiendo mucho mejor, like I understand better. So just keep going with the flow. Practice is not a race. Use the routine. Read. It could be any book, like I mentioned as before. Write about your day in Spanish. Don't use any English words. If you get a word, you know, find a search for a word that you're trying to find and then put it in there. Then you can maybe, you know, remember it easier. Also, listen to music when you're working out, when you're going out, when you're driving, every day. Like, that's how I learned quicker, by just listening to music. Watching videos, movies, that'll help out a lot too. Like, watch your favorite movie in Spanish. Like, you'd be like, oh, wow. When I first did that, I didn't understand a thing. I was watching anime in Spanish. I was like, I only know like a little bit, un poco. Pero over time, I understand much better, and just like, it's like super intriguing to watch. And then, yeah, just build that familiarity. I also want to mention that I do use Duolingo, but that's not going to get you anywhere. That's not going to get you fluent anywhere. Like, it's really helps me to be consistent, to remind me like, oh, I did my Spanish, like I'm at 500 days. Like, that's good and all, but you really want to get into like learning the advanced words, getting used to what the people are saying, the speed as well too, because when you're first learning it, you're like, oh my gosh, people talk so fast. But over time, you're just like, oh, I can talk as fast as them. And I'm from New York. We talk really fast in English. Like, so it must be hard for people that don't understand English to be like, from a New Yorker, they're like, whoa, you talk really fast and I don't understand English. Same thing in Spanish. It's like, you gotta, you know, take your time with familiarity, listen to it, practice it, read it, say it, write it down, practice with a friend. And yeah, that's not the solution for everyone, but like everything else, you just gotta practice each and every day. So, alright, stay tuned till the next video, guys. Hasta luego.